What does the US-Israel attack on Iran mean for the economy? War doesn't just move armies, it also moves markets, and its effects can reach ordinary people even far from the conflict. Let's break it down. First, energy prices are expected to rise, especially oil. Iran is one of OPEC's major producers, pumping out just over 3 million barrels of crude per day. It also borders the Strait of Hormuz, making the narrow shipping lane vulnerable to attacks. 1/5 of the world's oil passes through there. Even before the strikes, Brent crude had climbed to a 7-month high, trading above $70 per barrel because of war fears. Following the strikes, some shipping companies have reportedly paused or rerouted vessels, and now some analysts warn that oil could hit $100 a barrel. And that matters because when oil rises, so do the costs of transport, manufacturing, and fuel. In the United States, for example, gasoline is currently averaging close to $3 a gallon, and analysts are warning it could rise as high as $3.15 in the coming weeks. That may not sound dramatic, but across millions of drivers, week after week, it adds up, and it feeds into broader inflation. And if inflation remains elevated, central banks may delay interest rate cuts. That means monthly payments and borrowing costs, from mortgages to car loans, could stay higher for longer. The impact doesn't stop there. When geopolitical risk rises, stock markets become more volatile. Investors pull out capital, and currencies can shift. Beyond financial markets, several countries, including Iran, Iraq, Qatar, Bahrain, and Kuwait, have closed their airspace. More than 1,800 flights in the Middle East were cancelled on the first day of the attacks. For airlines, that means lost passenger and cargo revenue. For businesses, supply chain disruptions. For travelers, fewer options and potentially higher fares. Rerouted flights also burn more fuel and face higher war risk insurance, adding further pressure to airline costs. The scale of the impact will depend on how long the fighting lasts and how far the conflict spreads. But the past has shown that the effects of war rarely stay confined to the battlefield. They show up in everyday life.